welcome to the Sports Corner. I'm still your host, Half White. Behind the scenes, I've got my ride or die there, my lady.
Hello.
The biggest malala pipes, the biggest malala pipe on the show. Now today, one of the biggest stories that we have worldwide is that Paul Pogba is back. Welcome back, the general. Paul Pogba, you must remember that Paul Pogba was banned for substance abuse. He was actually found guilty for doping and banned by FIFA for 2 years. Now he won the case and is back. AS Monaco has given him a contract, a 2-year contract. Well done, welcome back, the general, the big dog. Can't wait to see you on the pitch. All the best. So
he won the case or the banishment?
No, he actually won the case. You must remember
appealed.
once you are banned, you can appeal, you can actually prove that, because once you are banned for a certain number of years, you can actually be banned permanently.
Okay.
And it's over for your career. You will no longer participate in any footballing activity, or you are not even allowed to actually touch a soccer ball. So kudos to him. He's back on the world stage. He's back. He's playing for AS Monaco now. That is just great news for the sporting community. More news coming back here in South Africa. You must remember that Banyana jetted off. Banyana jetted off to go and defend the Africa Cup of Nations 2025 edition. They are in Morocco somewhere. If not Morocco, it's somewhere around Africa. But the most story that is just hectic, that everyone can't just believe, is Banyana were boycotting going for training the past Friday, saying they won't train and they won't continue carrying out their national duties because they were not paid bonuses. Now, this is just a story for another day, a story for the past days. It's something that has been happening for the past couple of months, whereas players are protesting. You must remember, even before the World Cup kick-started, the national team, Bafana, were actually on strike, saying they want bonuses, they want their money. Mm-hmm. So now it's happening to Banyana. They were boycotting. They were saying they were not paid their bonuses for the previous matches that they played. They played some friendlies where they were preparing for going on to defend their Africa Cup of Nations, and apparently SAFA did not make payment. Now you must remember that the leader or the president of the South African Football Federation, which is SAFA, is Johnny Jordan.
Donny.
It's Donny.
Yes.
Whoever that Madala is, that Madala has been there for years, many years. Since I was a child trying to be a soccer star, I always saw that Madala. He can't even breathe properly now, but he's still the president. I know that he's got enough money in his pocket to take out 1 million and say to the Banyana team, here girls, take 1 million and share and go out there and defend the cup. So apparently they are busy saying they are gathering the money, or they are holding a commission or a structural meeting. Whatever they're doing, they must just make sure they pay our girls. On that note, coming back to our PSL. Now it's that time of the season. Players are being released, players are being brought in, players are being transferred from one team to the other. The biggest news that we all had is that Orlando Pirates, my team, or our team, the Soweto Giants, actually secured. Okay, behind the scene, my ride or die there is a Kaizer Chiefs fan and I'm a Pirates fan. So you guys will understand. You must remember that there was a story doing the rounds about Sipumbule and his conduct actually behind the scene or off the pitch. So now there were confusions whether he's going to go to Chiefs or go back to Sundowns or somewhere, or maybe he won't have a team. So kudos to him now. Pirates actually signed him. He's going to be part of Orlando Pirates squad, midfielder. They call him Chef, my chef, the cooker. He will be cooking everyone. Can't wait to see him cook Kaizer Chiefs there. And then What's your take on that?
Well, we'll see about that.
Okay. Most news, one of the saddest information that we actually get is that there are a lot more players that are being released this year than we've ever seen in any other season. Currently, we have Skukune United that released actually 10 players, and we have Chiba United that released 15 players. We have Amazulu that released 16 players, and Marumo Galas with 9 players. So this makes the number over 41 players that are just released combined. Now that means
it's about time, hey, they do that, bruh. For how long has Sundowns been dominating? Something really needs to be changed.
Okay, in terms of Sundowns dominating, it has nothing to do with these teams releasing players. Sundowns is dominating because they can actually afford to buy players. Now you must remember that Sundowns now have an injection of more than 30 million in rands or in dollars. But they have got a lot of money. You've got too much money.
Yeah, because my point is no team can compete with Sundowns currently in SA, in the PSL.
Yeah, no team can compete with Sundowns financially.
It's not about financially. Why are they winning? So they're winning the title.
Yeah, you must remember Sundowns have got money to buy all the players they want, and they offer a very good bonuses.
So that means we do not have young stars. They're releasing these players because Dala and their careers are coming to an end or something.
Well, I guess they're releasing them because they are old.
Yeah.
So much for having a long career in sports, or in soccer. Okay. Now we have, in as much as we have some great news, Mbule for Pirates, Pogba is back for AC Monaco, and some developing stories about Kaizer Chiefs. There's a guy called Spesihle Ndlovu. He's currently playing for SuperSport. So this guy now, Kaizer Chiefs are in talks with him. There's just speculations that they want to bring him in to be part of Kaizer Chiefs. You must remember that Spesihle Ndlovu was also part of Orlando Pirates before he actually moved to other teams. So now at Kaizer Chiefs, they've got Paseka Marco, they've got who's this guy who's plays on the right? Tabiso, or who's this other guy? I think it's Tabiso or Tepo. They've got 3 Pirates players now or former Orlando Pirates players. So Kaizer Chiefs is slowly becoming a new Orlando Pirates or a former Orlando Pirates. But that is a discussion for another day. Well, on your sports news today, we covered quite a number of things. And there is the Club World Cup actually that's currently taking place. We had Mamelodi Sundowns participating in that competition. They did well.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. They won the first game. Remember, they were playing against the Korean team. They won. They got 3 points. Second game, they nearly got a point. So what happened is that they lost to Borussia Dortmund.
Almost doesn't count.
Unfortunately, almost doesn't count for real. They lost a point there. They lost 3 points there against Dortmund. And on their last match, they actually played a 0-0 draw, which made them now gather a total number of 4 points, which was not enough. They ended up third on the group and they had to exit the competition.
When are they coming back?
They are already back in the country. I saw them at the airport. I saw Kulusem Daw's mother actually there welcoming him back, which is very good moment, and for the sake of the country, let's just say, because they were out there representing Africa. Even the mothers are proud. We are all proud. Kudos to Mamelodi Sundowns. Thank you for the job that you've done. You've taken actually the image of African Soccer League upper.
Okay, and let's clap for Rulani.
Yeah, well done to Rulani. What did Rulani do? Oh yeah, for winning that Africa Champions League, that 70-something million competition. So that's it for your sports news, folks. If there's anything that we failed to cover, or if there's any news that we reported incorrectly, it is not our fault. We are not journalists. We get this news everywhere, on the streets, on the corners. Even you out there can actually send us some hot topics or some hot news that are happening out there in the world or that are happening in our country. It's pre-season. Clubs are going out there to prepare for pre-season. Some clubs are going to Netherlands. Some clubs are going to, what is this? Spain. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Orlando Pirates also has a new coach.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like the real French Rolani. I don't know what language he speaks, but he looks and talks like Rolani. In any case, we will see. We'll see how things come back or how things turn out. But all the best to him, all the best to the new staff. They are developing new stories about the teams that were actually promoted. Before we leave, Orbit College are newly promoted to the Premier Soccer League. They won the playoffs. They won the playoffs. They actually won 2 games and played 2 draws. So then they had now 8 points. Cape Town City, unfortunately, they are gone to the National First Division. Which is so sad, but let's hope they'll bounce back. So now in our Barclays Premier Soccer League, the Betway, not the Barclays. The Barclays is there in UK. So in our league, we have Orbit College, we've got Devon City, and then we must remember the other teams that came from the National First Division, which is Sikukune and Magesi. So those teams are all there now. I don't know if other teams are still coming. But yeah, that's it for our sports desk today. Back to you, Malala Pipe and the Malkops, Half White, whoever your name is out there for other stuff. Ciao, ciao. Behind the scenes, my lady there. Ciao.